Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of HyperRogue. Our last game was both disappointing and exciting. We found our first Orb of Yendor, but couldn't figure out how to pick it up. So I went and did some reading online, searching around and so on, to see what the deal is with that. I think some players would not approve of doing that. Kind of spoiling for myself the secrets of this game, but I don't know. That's not really why I'm playing. Most games I don't mind playing spoiled. I play them for the mechanics, the tactics, and there certainly are some games where discovering the rules is a big part of it. Oh, geez, are we already at 14? Apparently so. So this leaves walls behind me. Oh, and it makes me much colder. Oh, look, the wolves don't chase me because I'm so cold. That's kind of cool. Anyway, I don't mind spoiling myself. That's not really why I'm playing. There are some games like, say, The Witness or whatever, which I haven't played here, or really at all, where discovering the rules is a big part of the of the game and the fun, and that, like, dang it, I'm dead. So I'm trying to collect 25 orbs for not a very good reason. Obviously I could have left much sooner, but since I was reading about some stuff, I confirmed to myself what the deal is with collecting 25 orbs. I thought 30 was the big number, but it turns out it's 25. I don't know. I'm about to die. Yep. Okay. That's what I get for, like, just trying to talk about things other than the game that I'm playing while doing risky stuff like collecting a zillion orbs. Anyway, so each land has a particular native type of orb, or one or more. Like, we saw orbs of flash, and I think it was orbs of winter we picked up a little bit ago that made us really cold. And those appear... I thought that was not a wall. Those start appearing when you have collected at least 10 orbs, 10 treasures. And they only appear in the lands they're native to, and perhaps one or two other guest lands. Like, I don't know exactly, but maybe Cocytus or something also supports orbs of winter or whatever. There are some arrangements like that. I don't know exactly which orbs live where. So that happens when you have 10. When you have 25, they can appear in any land. And so, while it doesn't directly help us with getting the 10 treasures from each land, from a bunch of different land types that we need, it, I think, does help us overall by making more power-ups available to us in more places. We've been completing the land basically without access to orbs at all, because as soon as they become available in a place, we leave, right? And it seems like it would be helpful to have access to, say, orbs of flash in hell, or wherever. We're about to be dead again. Alright, so maybe I just don't have the skills to collect 25 orbs in a place. I did it once, but then I died shortly thereafter. And I was playing a little more carefully then, because I just barely understood everything slowly. I don't know. So, we seemed to be able to do okay without access to orbs. I feel like we could do even better if we had them. But maybe that's a distant dream. Or maybe I should stay a little bit closer to an exit, huh? So that when things get out of hand, I have a way out. There's an exit up here, isn't there? It looks like I've explored too far away and it's mostly like vanished. Yeah, but I found a crossroads at least. That's something. How are we doing? We're at 16 of these, huh? Yeah. I don't know. So like I said, I would like to collect 25 to make these orbs available to us everywhere. Because like this is pretty good. Making it impossible for enemies to chase us is basically the effect that this seems to be having. Which would be very welcome other places. It's just hard to like... It seems like I can get 20 somewhat reliably, but not super reliably. And then if I do, I die shortly thereafter. Oh, that's an orb. What kind of orb is that? Maybe that'll help us... An orb of flash. That should help us pick up more treasures. I hope. Where are there some treasures available? Down this way, I guess? And I don't mind letting these guys pile up, because I can kill a whole bunch of stuff at once with the Orb of Flash when I'm finally cornered. See, like, having this stuff available when exploring a new land and trying to get it up to 10, that would help so much. Okay, here's several treasures. Okay. There. Now, I'm still in some trouble, aren't I? I'd like to get to that treasure to the north of me. And there's a bunch of enemies in that direction, which is a problem, right? However, the area that we're standing in is very, very hot. So those wolves are going to chase this area and not necessarily chase me if I walk out of it. So maybe I could get up there. Maybe I could go into this jungle, fight my way through the ivy. Maybe I could wait for these walls to evaporate, walk through them, grab that treasure just to my southeast, and then walk out? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working very well. Okay, well, yeah, it did work, actually. So we have 24, huh? That's, like, the worst. Let's try to stay near the exit, but look for more orbs, more treasures. Alright, maybe I'll walk around on the jungle side and hope that I don't let too many Yetis spawn, or whatever. The wolves won't come in, so that's fine. I'll just stay near the border, and when I see a treasure, that's when I'll go in, is my plan. Yep. I'll feel real bad if I spent all that effort getting 24 ice diamonds and not 25. But it looks like that's how the direction things are going, huh? Do we see any? No. Alright. Well, I'm gonna keep pressing. I worked hard for this opportunity, and I'm gonna try to make sure I can make it happen. As long as we go fairly quickly, I don't think too many Yetis will spawn. Nothing near the border yet, but you know what? We're gonna keep pushing. Weird. Are there just never any near the border and I haven't noticed that before? So anyway, like I said earlier... Actually, this is a very dangerous place to be. The Orb of Yendor, right? We didn't really figure out how to pick it up. And I went and read some things, and now I have some idea of how to do that. It's hard to talk and fight this stuff at the same time. I don't want to get cornered and and die after having spent all this time picking up 24. There's number 25. I think I want to head a little bit further along the wall first and come at it from this direction. Oh, there's one right here. Alright, we did it! Oh, I don't have to fight those guys. They won't come out. Okay. 25. Success. So the trick is that every time when you touch an Orb of Yendor, it activates or creates a key that's like 100 tiles away. Super, super far away. And it puts a marker on your map, but I didn't realize it was doing that, and it wasn't very clear about it. So you have to go pick up that marker. And then come back to the same Orb of Yender 100 tiles away, when, like, I can't find stuff that's 10 tiles away. It's just completely gone. So, that's something that is... Uh-oh, geez, we are in a little bit of a situation here. Something that's a little bit hard to do. One thing I could do, of course, since I'm recording, is when let's say that I get to an Orb of Yendor, I touch it, it shows me where to get a key, and I go and I get the key by following the marker on my map. I could review the recording and retrace the exact footsteps, the exact path that I took to get there and come back. That's something I could do, although it seems rather difficult. Alright, so do I want to try for 25 rubies? It seems like extremely unlikely. Ivies are just too tough. I don't know what the orb in here does. Oh, I think it's the Orb of Thunder. Right, that's what you get from this area. Which is nice, but... Anyway. So... I don't know. I ended up reading some spoilers about other ways to help yourself find the Orb of Yendor again. And, like, I don't know. Those are spoilers I might have chosen not to read if I'd known what was going to be in them. Unlike some of the other spoilers that I'm perfectly happy to read most of the time. About, like, things that I think the game should have, or was trying to tell me. So there's a few ways you can create sort of like breadcrumbs between you and another place. Notably, what word am I thinking of? The Dead Caves. The orb in there is a dead orb, which doesn't do anything, but you can pick up many of them and then drop them, and like that's what you can do with them. So the way you can use that to find your way back to an Orb of Yendor after activating the key... What is this? A Fjord Troll, hello. Is to use them as like breadcrumbs to retrace your steps. Oh wow, that was such a foolish move. I thought it said no mines, but it said a mine. What a terrible play. I'm talking too much and thinking too little, huh? Pay more attention to how many mines are next to me, huh? Okay. We're up to 6, which is not bad. What land is down there? A living fjord. And there's another thing over to our east. 2 mines, okay. 1 mine. No mines. Okay, well, I guess we'll come down this way. And then there was also a suggestion to, like, plant some ivy somehow and have it chase you. It seems rather difficult to do and rather time-consuming, but it's a possible thing you could do. Still a mine. Okay, it looks like we're leaving this egg alone. Maybe? Yeah, let's head west. Okay, more treasures, yes. I approve. We have 9. Let's head east. Cool. I'm a minesweeper now. Whoa! Wait, what? Now the tiles next to me are getting swept as well as the ones I'm standing on? What does that mean? If there's a mine in one of them, will it blow up? I hope not. I would think not. Whoa, there's an ivy coming in here from the jungle. Huh. And it stepped in a mine. Alright. Sure. Okay, so no. It just means when I'm standing in a no adjacent mines square, it automatically sweeps all adjacent squares for me. Fine. That's convenient. Do I want to try to collect 25 of those? No? Like, I took a big risk collecting 25 of anything. But it was at the beginning of the game, and it took me a couple restarts. I don't want to do any restarts now. On the other hand, so far there has been nothing dangerous in this minefield at all. Aside, of course, from the mines. Well, actually, let's see. I can go here, yes, because I know the tile southwest of me is a mine, and so none of the others are. Fine. So I don't know. Once I start running into monsters here, an orb of friendship summons a friendly bomber bird. Okay, I'll try it out, I guess. Oh, never mind. Anyway, when some enemies start showing up in this area... Oh, actually, wait, of course, I can still walk on this. These are never on mines. Yeah, moving east should move me there, right? I really should have like clicked with my mouse or something to be clear about what square I wanted to walk on, because that step I made was extremely dangerous. It was like a 50-50 chance of death, which I did without intending to. But okay, I know that the tile south of me is a mine, southwest, which means there are no other mines adjacent, so I can move like northeast. Now I still know that southeast is safe, but I don't know any of its neighbors are safe. Here, of course, I know, let's see, that north and southeast are both mines, which means I can come up north here. Cool. I wonder if the way that this place becomes more dangerous is just that there are more mines. I could handle more mines. You know, with no monsters and plenty of time to think. Like, I know how to play Minesweeper. And we're up to 18 of these, which is nice. And there's still, like, a lot of open space without mines in it, so... Oh, wow! I have 20, so I can scout even farther now. Oh, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh, it's a bird. Our very first bird. They create a mine on the spot where they are killed. Interesting. So, yes, that has become a mine. Alright, that seems okay. I think I can manage to fight all this stuff for long enough to collect 2 more treasures, right? Is there anywhere that I can prove there's a mine? Yeah, northwest of me, but that's not super useful. There's another bird up there? Is that what that is? Yes. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's pick up this Orb of Friendship. Pass the turn, kill this guy. Okay, it's a friendly bomber bird. Is he gonna... I can kill it to place a mine. Interesting. And it'll attack enemies. Okay. Let's see, there's one mine next to me. And I know that the square east has 3 mines, and it's adjacent to exactly 3 things. So those are all mines, which means nothing else adjacent to me is dangerous. So like the southwest tile, for example, is safe. However, the tile northwest of me has 2 mines, and that's its other 2 neighbors. So I can't use those to get to the treasure. I would have to go up around the north at least. And it seems like it might be safer to just leave this area alone and go somewhere else. Not leave the entire land alone. I still want one more orb. One more treasure, rather. Okay, what do I know here? Aha! There's one mine here, and it's just north of me, which means this tile has no other mines next to it. So I'll step here. And now, if we look at the square 2 tiles southeast of me, it's blue, which means it has a mine, and it's only touching 1 square, so I know the one 2 squares south of me is a mine, which means the square southeast of me has no other mines next to it, so the square southwest of me is safe. Great. Now let's get the heck out of here. Here comes a bomber bird. Yeah, my friendly guy killed it though. So is there an exit this way? I don't remember. What? Oh, why am I able to see so far with this? Is this all the places I've been in the current land or something? It just goes on forever. Interesting. So you can review everywhere you've been in the current land, I guess, from that screen, but not when you go to a different land? Because previously I feel like the horizon that you can see through is quite small. Yeah, I think we can get out this way. Here, and then stepping southwest is safe. And still safe. And we're stepping into a rose garden, which we've never been to before, so it's dangerous, but I don't really want to stay in minefield land much longer. A rose bush, a distance at least 5 from you. Oh, I just realized something. No, not this. Basic configuration. Yes, draw the heptagons darker. I didn't save that setting, and I decided I do like it. So, alright, what can we see in here? Is this a rose bush? It is. It says 3. I'm not sure why it says 3. To tell me that it's like 3 turns away from going off or something? Also, can I still see super far inside of minefield land? It looks like I can if I wanted to. I could look quite far. Okay. Fine. Now if I step in here, can I still? I'm curious. Well, not that way. Which way did I get in? Where even am I? I'm down here. But I came in this way. It looks like I can actually see as far as I want. The problem is that it's very hard to remember exactly which way you came before if you are not in minefield land where squares you've been are marked. So the ability, you can see as far as you want, but I guess it's just very hard to figure out where you've been. I don't know. Alright, so now we're in this rosebush area, which is like super scary, I think. Because we don't understand the rules yet. But okay, these things have a marker that's going down, and he's 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles away. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles away. So let's pass a turn here and see what happens to us. I accidentally didn't pass a turn. I walked east, so I'll never know. Okay, I just passed a turn. And this is like... There's a wave of scent. Okay. And it's spreading. Okay. I'm letting it get to me now. Okay. Alright, so got it. I'm in the front of a wave of scent, and I have to walk towards the roses now. Okay, got it. So when I am in a front of a smell, I have to walk towards the back of the smell. And I presume that if I'm right next to a rose bush when that happens, I walk into the rose bush and die. Is that about right? Yeah, the thorns of the rose bush. Okay. Is my bird not coming? I guess not. That's too bad. So, do I want to stay here? I could leave. I could go back into the minefield and look for some safer places to collect treasure. I think that's a good idea. I don't know this place well enough to really mess around. What? Oh, I don't know, I misread the screen or something, and I thought that area was marked as not being a mine, but it wasn't. Just wasn't paying enough attention. Well. So we did it, sort of, right? We collected 25 treasures from 2 different lands, and, I don't know, then we died because we're dumb. But not because of the treasures, comically enough. So I guess we're gonna call it quits here. Game over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.